going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here, and we're reacting to another episode of Supernatural. This is episode 20 of season 9. No, I can't. This is episode 21 of season 9. I can't pretend like the last episode did not exist. Yeah, obviously that was an attempt of a pilot. You could see why, I guess, it was only an attempt. So yeah, but it was an episode. That's all we can say for it, really. It was an episode. I mean, there were some interesting concepts, but it just was riddled with issues, and I think it's best we move on, right? We weathered that storm. I found it funny, to be fair, on my Patreon feed. Obviously, of course, in terms of recording, I won't know how the YouTube feed will react until I do publish this onto YouTube, or publish that episode, should I say, onto YouTube. But regardless, I did find it funny in regards to some of the comments that I saw on my Patreon. It was as if they felt guilt about me going through suffering and all of that. There was this kind of implication that I feel like we should have warned you about this episode or something along those lines. So I found it quite funny about how people, I guess, found it in a similar manner to how I did, in terms of they weren't really gelling with that episode, it's just like we don't talk about that episode. So yeah, hopefully this episode will be a return to form. I expect so, especially given the ending of the last episode, which, you know, offers promising things for this episode. I mean, it's not a high bar, is it? So, let's get into episode number 21 of season 9 for Supernatural. Let's go.
What's that you say? Come in?
Didn't knock.
Don't mind if I do.
Who are you?
Wait, isn't Crowley's grave or something?
Family.
Yeah.
And I want you.
I have no idea.
A farewell party.
Jeez. Right reaction to have. So he's like a descendant of Crowley's, isn't he?
Because it's Metatron.
Oh,
What about Metatron? Well,
being left out the group by angels. Wow.
These are dangerous times.
Love that suit.
You
I'm
have
not
to be
gonna
careful
lie.
what you say.
Him?
Oh my god, the
It is.
music. The music is just so extra. Oh! So extra, Cass!
Sir.
This place is stacked! Holy shit! Oh! Hook some! Yes!
Well, you've had success at these situations before.
Oof.
If you don't want to do it, I understand.
Best option.
It's just I don't want to do it.
Ooh. Uh-oh. The mark and all of that.
The history of torture's been tortured with torture like the torture you'll be tortured with.
Holy shit!
Relax, everyone. You did the new Queen of Solid. You are sitting at the popular kids' table. Now, Crowley, let's talk turkey.
I had a feeling she buttered them up.
You helped the win.
At your death scene, where I shall burst into song.
Dance on her grave.
You have no hold over me.
Oh, no? Gavin, honey. Say hello to Daddy.
Shit.
I'm clean.
And I'm willing to bet that there's a smidgen of humanity in there somewhere.
Oh shit. She's really gonna,
No
like,
chance.
test that, isn't she? Oh, Gavin.
I beg you!
Made your point. Now stop.
She got to him. Oh, heck.
I'm really starting to realize that he probably doesn't know anything. He was probably just pretending at the bar. Most likely
Trying
he's
to
a nobody.
showboat.
Let me do the math. Ezra here is one of Metatron's elite posse. Really?
Shade
One of
to
Metatron's
Ezra.
The gates are sealed. No one can get in.
Who said anything about gates? You don't need gates when you have a private portal.
Boom.
Right. If there was a doorway on Earth,
Boom.
the angels
Holy
would have stepped in.
shit.
You can't hide something like that? No.
You can if it moves around from place to place, if it's wherever the boss wants it to be.
Oh, shit. Bingo.
Can you cook a pigeon on it?
Damn, the quick is he?
But amongst the stars! Are we in heaven then? You
No,
must be
this is hell.
angels.
He's
I
not,
see. I got it.
not the sharpest
So
knife in
you
the
heard a
drawer, is
rumor
he?
About
Wow, that blows.
Yeah.
Got passed over.
I was a finalist.
Oh, man.
Finalist,
He's
but never the
close
winner.
And then get kicked downstairs.
Bride,
This
but
sucks to be
never
you.
the bride.
Hardly anybody.
Clarify this for me. You desperately wanted this job,
Hello, how condescending
but
they're
you didn't know
being.
what it was?
Well, until you were chosen, the
dickheads.
exact nature of the mission was kept a secret.
You sold your soul? Wait, sold it? For an extra 3 inches of willy?
Priorities change. I wasn't the bon vivant that I am now. I'll simply.
Oh shit! We got a mole! Someone decided to silence him before he
He
spoke.
was fine
Yeah.
when we left him.
So you don't think anybody's lying? I think everybody's lying.
Oh.
It's a gift.
Pessimistic.
Let's do some nosing around.
He didn't possess me completely. More like we shared housing. I was still me.
Did you ever sense a presence?
And he didn't pay for the rent.
I was wrong, obviously. He killed Kevin.
Only because he had to, though. Follow orders. But he just. But we know that
Why
he just
do I
wants
hate you?
to be in good graces
beat you?
again, like be
Starved you.
revered.
Can this be?
Hmm.
I can read.
There you go.
King of Hell. Plenty of perks.
Just warming him up, though.
So,
Oh.
It's not important.
Oh.
You can tell Abaddon I'm ready for that chat.
Yeah, preventing information, like destiny, from being fulfilled.
Your original loyalty to the heaven and mission we were made to serve.
I
That'll-
thought that was exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, well, you thought wrong.
You've been deceived. And as bad as
Metatron isn't exactly known for honesty.
It will be much worse under Metatron.
So, Gadriel? In or out? Uh-oh.
Give me your hand.
You two fetch it. I'll keep her in my sights. Then we'll remove her from the payroll.
Oh shit, so he's really gonna sell her out? Okay. Ah! It's all part of a trap, isn't it?
As no one would dare disobey the king.
put you on speaker.
Juliet.
Juliet. He's named the Hellhound Juliet.
You're welcome.
I just love the phone number is 666.
I can safely grab it without, you know.
I don't think bloodlust is going to be an issue. It's going to be like the disgust is going to overwhelm it. Disinfect that shit.
Just selling it.
All right, run away.
On D.
Unless he's kind of coding it.
It's a good day's drive from Poughkeepsie.
What are you talking about? We're not even here.
Poughkeepsie!
Yeah, like I said, I need to leave Poughkeepsie right away.
Oh my god!
The same stunt on me. I had a devil's trap carved in the bullet. You're not seriously damaged, just powerless.
She's just taking assurance, basically, that you won't try
I
any
had
cheap
nothing
tricks.
to do with it. We were speaking of.
Obviously, Metatron has someone inside my camp. It's how he knew we were meeting. Just fighting fire with fire.
Yep.
Consider my offer.
Come on, Gadriel. If there's any hope for atonement, now is the time.
It's not far.
Right here, isn't it? Oh shit, there she is. Yeah, you're scared now, aren't you? Oh heck. Oh heck. The mark is like, yeah, you're dead. Use the force, Dean. Use the force. Just imagine Luke at Hoth. Oh! Snap! Bye, Felicia!
You can stop.
Shit. Yeah, that Marcus had. Oh shit. Well, now Crowley's there, so. Yeah. Oh, but you definitely saw how that had a hold on him.
His destiny is to board a ship bound for America. That ship went down in a storm. All hands were lost. He had one chance in this world to change his life.
Now he's trying to avert that. You
could in a tragedy.
You could say that is his humanity seeping through, because why would Crowley give a shit about his son fulfilling destiny, right? On normal circumstances, I'm sure he wouldn't, in a sense. I mean, yeah, he is his son, but he's also voiced his... he's also voiced the fact that he has a lack of love for him. So there is that humanity that's sparking through in terms of, well, maybe this is a chance to avert his death, etc. As a lot of people, like when it comes to a loved one, they will jump at that opportunity to try and avert death for someone that they love if the opportunity arises.
Rules like you two bend the rules. He's one misfit kid. He impacts no one.
Butterfly. You step on a butterfly.
We'll take it back
big
to the
changes.
bunker, figure out the spell.
He's got a plan. He's got a plan. There we go.
Damn it, Crowley! The ship went down.
Mentioning that whole Prince of Hell thing doesn't play too well in most circles.
Yeah, they'll just think. Yeah. Where's he gonna live? Just saying. He's got no money, he's got no job, he's got no credentials. Survival of the fittest, I guess.
Don and anything else if I had to. And it wasn't a hero thing, you know, it was just calm.
Look, I'm glad it worked out, okay? I am, and I'm glad the
There's just
blade gives you
concern,
strength or
understandably,
calm or
for
whatever.
Sam.
But Dean, I gotta say, I'm starting to think the blade is doing something else too.
Yep.
Blade somewhere distant. Lock it up somewhere safe.
But Dean shouldn't know, because there will be that temptation.
No.
Oh, God. There's a symbiotic relationship, isn't there? See, it's like Venom. Yeah, it's a hold, isn't it?
Eddie.
Sorry, I had to. It is just like that whole. That's it though. Now that I think about it, it is like the symbiote, Venom.
Eddie, I want to kill.
Never do that again, Liam. But yeah, I mean, it was, in all seriousness, it's that big score, isn't it, for Dean to kill Abaddon? And you saw how he, like, even though she was dead, he was still hammering away at her. So, yeah, and it's now gotten this kind of a tighter grasp on Dean's mind. So, should be very, very fun for the final 2 episodes, alongside what is happening with, Gadriel potentially siding with Castiel, which is good, because, again, I mean, with it is a kind of a sad circumstance. I mean, of course, there is quite controversy. There is that controversy when it comes to Gadriel about killing Kevin, of course, etc. But at the same time, you've also got to think that he was also a victim of Metatron. There was that manipulation. He had such a bad precedence about him in terms of his reputation. And this is a chance to make it all right, etc. So sip on the Kool-Aid juice, the angelic air Kool-Aid juice. At least with Cass, this is a chance to atone, to do better, to see clearly for the first time, I would say. Abaddon, right? Right? I mean, that's it. She's all done. She's done. She's gone. And, yeah. I mean, she had a really good run because she's been here for quite some time, hasn't she, in this show? So, she had a really good run about her. I didn't know if they were going to stretch her out until, like, the very end of season 9. But I think it does make sense. Okay, well, we've still got a couple of episodes left to go. It does make sense, I would say, to cut her story short here, I guess. Because with the fact that Dean and the Mark is being more and more concerned, especially with the way that Dean continued to stab her afterwards, it does show that, well, I think there is going to be bigger problems. Because obviously, there was a bit more superiority, obviously, with Kane to Abaddon, and now that the mark is on Dean, there's going to be a bigger concern now that he has done in Abaddon. So, and I think that was always the direction it was going to go, in my opinion. That Abaddon would be done, and yeah, like I said, there's a bit of a mixture going on here because I was like kind of expecting her to, wing it out until episode 23. But it does make sense, I guess, that, well, the mark is going to be a bigger concern, as we've seen in previous episodes, but it's now reached new heights, I would say. And obviously that holds more precedence than Abaddon. I mean, she has been very impressive and she's been very, very tough. She's been very hard to kill. But this is something that is bigger than Abaddon, that is affecting a main character. And I feel like, I don't know if they're, like, how much they're going to extend this into season 10. But obviously it's going to be something that is going to potentially be very, very decisive in terms of dealing with by the end of the season. Like, especially if Sam's on the kill list, potentially, like, Dean goes out of hand and he's just going to try and kill, which would be very, very apt with this season, given the fact that again, to use the term new heights, we've reached new heights in terms of, well, would it be really new heights? Because that kind of contradicts things in terms of describing the disintegration between both Dean and Sam. So you see what I mean? It's quite contradictory. I would say new lows, right? Because, I mean, yeah, Dean and Sam have reached new lows in this season in terms of their relationship, and yeah, it would be very, very apt if the Mark was, trying to whisper in his ear, yeah, you want to kill Sam. Sam's gotta go. So, yeah. But we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. I can imagine them go, like, and it would be a very, very great contrast as well in terms of, I guess, the season 8 finale where, you got Dean trying to reach out to Sam, etc., trying to pull him back, especially when Sam was going to try and I guess sacrifice himself essentially. And now there is going to probably be the struggle on Dean, right? But again, going back to comparing Dean to Sam, there is, of course, the whole bloodless situation with Dean and the mark and all of that. There is the whole demon blood situation again when it comes to Sam and the hold that he has on that, right? So, yeah, but it was pretty great stuff. So, yeah, I am gonna miss Abaddon. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was going to be very interesting to see how we were going to handle her ending in terms of this story. Maybe she should have had Sam being used as leverage. I mean, obviously Dean lied to Sam to make sure that wouldn't happen. But I think it was also very great to, like, with how things played out, especially from Crowley's perspective, and how he used the secret word Poughkeepsie, which was a nice callback. Yeah, I think it all had to play out like that, where, you know, Abaddon feels like she has everything, like Crowley's benched, etc., and she feels like she's going to be more powerful, etc., than Dean, which kind of ludicrous in a sense because of the fact that, well, the mark, right? And in the end, yeah, she's done. She's Abaddon. She's Abaddon. Going Scottish there. Very apt, I guess, in terms of, you know, Gavin. But yeah, I was going to say in terms of Gavin, yeah, I mean, we know that Crowley has been a father, I think, going back to, I mean, obviously it was a surprise to Dean and, I guess Dean and Sam, but I think it goes back to, a season 6 episode. I think it was the Bobby episode. So yeah, but, you know, going to Scotland in that, beginning part, I was like, oh shit, yeah, we're touching Crowley. We're going to be touching on, you know, Crowley backstory potentially. We saw the thing pop up because of the fact that we've been there before in terms of his grave, right? Or Fergus's grave, I think it was. So I mean, of course, Scotland is more than just Fergus, etc. But unless there is another character that we don't know about, I guess in terms of outside the Crowley bloodline or the Fergus or the MacLeod, that kind of bloodline, yeah, we're just going to dart to Crowley, etc., and his, I guess, lineage, really. So, which I guess is pretty apt given the fact that King of Hell, and you've got Gavin, who is like, oh, does that mean I'm the prince? We'll get on more about that later, because I do still want to touch about Sam and Dean, but yeah. Yeah, with Sam, he's now really worried about the whole prospect, understandably, of Dean going out of control. Yeah. It's going to be really rough to see how this whole situation goes down. I did love the whole approach that they had when it came to that angel Ezra, I think he was called. The interrogation was just absolutely beautiful. It was so funny, like how Ezra was just, it was just really great when Ezra was just, you know, talking all this kind of nonsense, and it was trying to hype his own ego. And you've got Sam, who is just, like I said, there is a whole good cop, bad cop routine going on between both Dean and Sam when it came to Ezra, especially when it came to the Mark obviously had a handle on things, but it still puts into that whole good cop, bad cop routine between both Sam and Dean. But it was just really great to see them basically get the psychological advantage, I guess, over this angel. So it was just really great. So, and Ezra is not exactly the whole sharpest knife in the drawer. Kind of like Gavin, to be fair, like when it came to the whole, can you cook a pigeon on this shit? So, yeah. It was just really, really great. Like, I just loved that whole interrogation scene, from the camera work to just the tone, really, when it came to, yeah, the fact that, oh, you know what? This guy's a dumbass, so... Oh, Ezra. It's a shame he died, but... He was gonna get killed. The guy was just spouting all this shit, and... Yeah, it did. Like I said, though, it did make for a very, very fun moment. And, you know, one of the levities, I guess you could say, when it comes to the whole Dean and Sam dynamic, like, just their dynamic to each other, against Ezra. It's one of those nice levities when it comes to, obviously, the kind of strained dynamic that we are, I guess, accustomed to for the majority, especially of this second part of this season. So, and then this episode in particular, especially when, you know, Dean's trying to protect Sam, so he lied about the Poughkeepsie bit and whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, it was just really great. But like I said, I mean, there is a bit of a connection when it comes to Ezra and Gavin. Like I said, Gavin's not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer either, so... Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's the 21st century, etc., and this is a whole new world for him. So, I just want to know, considering the fact that Crowley's left him stranded in the 21st century, seemingly, how the hell he's going to find a house, and how the hell he's going to pay rent, etc. Yeah, so... Yeah, but it was very, very interesting, that whole situation when it came to Crowley and Gavin, because obviously with Crowley he's been contending with that humanity, the human blood in his system has kind of whammied him a bit. So yeah, when it came to Abaddon trying to torture him, there was going to be a moment where Crowley was going to try and fight it, but there would be that one moment where it slips, and yeah, so but it was just very, very interesting to see the dynamic. Obviously very estranged, etc., but yeah, I mean, there were some great moments where you could really see the humanity creep up, or take the forefront, should I say, even if it's momentary. Like when Crowley suggested, well, he doesn't have to, we could just change the timeline, etc. Now, normally, I don't think Crowley would give a shit about, oh, well, time to die in the boat, I guess. But this version of Crowley, where the humanity side of him, it takes precedence. You know, I don't think he would suggest changing the timeline, etc. Because, like I said, it is. I feel like for a lot of people in media, when they have the opportunity to avert a death, they will jump at the chance to, of a loved one, they will jump at the chance to make sure that that death doesn't happen. So, and it's because they deserve more time in their eyes, and they shouldn't, like, especially in an accident or whatever. They shouldn't die in an accident. They should live their life to the fullest. Until they die naturally, not because of some freak accident that could have been prevented, etc. There is that human notion that, okay, well, they need a lot more time. They shouldn't die here. And if I have the opportunity to do something about it, I'm going to take that chance. And that's what Crowley was trying to do, considering the circumstances of what happened to Gavin. So, yeah, but. Yeah, we also had the whole angel side of things. Obviously, we touched about Ezra, but of course, the whole situation was focused in that department about a traitor, and how Cass was trying to recruit Gadriel. So, yeah. Now, I don't know if Metman, to quote Ezra, I don't know if he has accounted for this in terms of Gadriel potentially abandoning Team Metman and joining Team Cass. So yeah, But, I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, with what he did to Kevin, it still stings, and he still sucks, you know, for what he did to Kevin. So, yeah, it's not exactly like we can, oh, it's water under the bridge. Yeah. But we also know that that wasn't a choice that he, you know, do you know what? I want to kill Kevin Tran. So, I mean, the writers thought that. No, in all seriousness, with Gadriel, he didn't exactly feel like he didn't wake up one morning, decided, I want to kill Kevin Tran for shits and giggles. That was on Metatron. And that was to prove his loyalty. And there's a lot of pain when it comes to Gadriel's story, when it comes to, he's got this bad reputation. He wants to kind of atone for it, and you've got the new leader saying, you know, you can atone for it if you do what I say. So he's pulling him by the string. Gadriel is Metatron's puppet, and he will not think twice, even if it comes at the disadvantage of him. Even if he does get screwed all over ultimately, he's hearing this shit about, well, you can atone, really. And he'll take that opportunity because he does want to atone. He does want to make it right. So, and now he has this opportunity to honestly make things right, to change things for the better. So, and he's going to take it. But like I said, whether Metatron it has accounted for this, I feel like he has. But it remains to be seen, doesn't it? But yeah, great episode of Supernatural. Like I said, Abaddon, she will be missed, won't she? So, yes, but it's going to be very concerning coming into these 2 episodes surrounding Dean, so should be fun. Bye. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!